Hey fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. I'm hopeful that you are watching this real time as either a Patreon patron, and thank you for your patronage, or as a YouTube subscriber, thank you for that. Or if you've gone the inexpensive route, please try to remember to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Amazon pays us for that. It's a couple of bucks a month. So please try to remember to re-link every time you watch the Pachter Factor, so we keep getting that extra couple of bucks, and it costs you nothing. So free for you, we get paid. That's the cheapest way to support your enjoyment of my brilliant content. If you can't do any of those things because you don't have a Prime account, I get it. Follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. I'm only posting anti-Kanye West stuff now, so you shouldn't be too offended by whatever I have to say. Our question today from Patreon from Tarma. Skill-based matchmaking places good players against good players and bad players against bad players. This angers some top players because it keeps their stats from being inflated. Recently, some top streamers said they aren't going to stream Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because of it. Do publishers not value streamers as much as we think? Is it financially prudent to develop games so streamers will like them? Is that detrimental to video games being art? Can you successfully promote a game without the help of streamers? Wow, there's so much in that question. Okay, so what you're telling me is top streamers are petulant little babies who only like playing games when they can dominate and crush everybody. And oh my God, they don't like a level playing field. They don't like being forced to play against people who are as good as them. Them. Am I allowed to say that? Them. I mean, so do publishers not value streamers? No, that's not true. Do publishers not value petulant baby streamers? Right, they don't. Who needs them? Okay, that's like saying I'm a restaurant critic and I went to a restaurant and ate a meal. Now it's not the meal you're gonna get. Instead of taking like a half an hour to prepare my meal, they took 4 days, and it was completely different than what you're gonna get. But I really liked it. Screw that. That's stupid. Okay, you want a streamer who's playing the same game you're playing. And if the guy says, and we had an episode on Elden Ring, the guy says, I don't like Elden Ring because it was too hard and I couldn't beat it, that's valuable to me. If a streamer can't beat Elden Ring, I would have then known I can't beat it either. So no, I actually think, I gotta say, props to the Activision team, props to Call of Duty team for making something fair. I would much rather play a game where everybody's got the same challenge I do. And you know, it's sort of like if you think about how NASCAR works, everybody drives the same car. You know, it's like obviously your team can tweak whatever, but they all have the same specs. That's how it's supposed to be. You know, that's what you want. And then it comes down to which driver. Tennis, everybody is on the same court with the same equipment. Like, it comes down to the best player. You know, so no, screw the streamers. So I don't even know how to say this. Can a game be promoted without the help of streamers? Probably not. But you know what we need? We need a whole new class of streamers who actually can take it when they're not the best player in the world. And by the way, you know, I remember when Ninja first became a thing, and I was talking to somebody, and they're like, yeah, I hear Ninja's the best Fortnite player in the world. And I go, I don't think he is, but he's really good. You know, but he's not the best player in the world. And who was that guy? Booga? What was that guy's name? But yeah, but there's like, somebody's better. Like, that's what's great. Little known fact, I was a world-class swimmer when I was young. And I remember my coach saying to me, no, my coach, I apologize. As an adult, I swam masters, till I was like 35, and I swam in the same lane as Mark Spitz. You can look him up. He was really good. And I remember talking to Mark Spitz and asking him how it felt to have all of his world records broken. And he said, oh my God, he goes, you know, when you set a world record that someone better is going to come along. And it just hit me that day. I was like, wow, however good you think you are, there will always be somebody better eventually. That's true of gaming too. Who cares? And you know, you guys who are watching this, you all play games. I mean, I play games too. It's like, why do you play games? So you can beat everybody and be the best in the world, or because it's fun? And the answer is the latter. And you play it because it's fun. And what's fun about games is it's unpredictable. There's some luck involved. There's obviously some skill involved. And sometimes for a minute you're the best, and sometimes for most minutes you're not. But it's fun. And we enjoy the competition, and we enjoy the challenge, and we enjoy even losing if we did our best. Like, I don't mind losing if I had a good match. I mean, I think it's sort of like in a baseball game. If your team scores 8 runs, there's just no, you know, there's no shame if your pitchers were terrible and you gave up 9, you know. But if you win 1-0, it's like, then you really appreciate your pitcher, you know, but then you wonder what your offense is doing. So gaming is the same. And honestly, I don't value streamers who have to have the deck stacked in their favor. They're not telling me anything. They're not helping me. I love streamers who are like, you know, don't take themselves seriously. Like I said, you know, notwithstanding that he turned out to be a horrible human being, I love PewDiePie because he was funny and didn't take himself seriously. Now, he turned out to be a dick, but I thought he was really funny, and I used to watch him just because he made me laugh. So honestly, I'm hopeful most people watch streamers for entertainment purposes. And obviously you can watch them to learn how to play a game or learn tricks or whatever, but you watch them because they're fun, you know, and most of the good ones are entertaining, and that's what it's all about. I don't care if they win or lose, as long as they're good enough to help me. They got to be better than me. I hope every game makes matchmaking fair, because that's the way it should be. Every sport, every profession, somebody comes along that's better. And, you know, that's like saying, do you want to watch John McEnroe play tennis? No. Do you want to watch him as a commentator? Yes. Right? So, you know, if you watch football, you watch baseball, it's retired players who are in the booth. And streamers should be commentators. If you're watching them as players, then just acknowledge that there's a day where they're not going to be the best anymore. And so, is it financially prudent to create an artificial construct where the streamer looks good but he's not that good? No. You know, that, to me, that's like lowering the basketball hoop to 8 feet for the announcer to make him look good because he can't jump as high now that he's 45 or 50. No. Like, if they're not the top streamer anymore because they're not as good, watch a different one. If you're watching them because they're great players, just acknowledge they're not going to be the best player. And, you know, I forgot the rate of decline. I think for men, I can't remember this, but I think it's like your response time peaks at like 21. It is some age like that. It's under 25. And then it goes down by some ridiculous amount, like 1% a year, every year after age 21. Now, those of you who are watching who are in your 40s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're just not as good as you used to be. You think you are, but you're not, and you feel it. And so, you know, I remember talking to some esports team, and they were telling me they had 1 or 2 players that were like in their 30s, you know, but they were more like the tank in Overwatch or whatever. They were like more the strategy player and not the, you know, Hanzo or whatever. That they weren't the fast twitch guy. And so you can play like Apex as a healer or something, sure, because there's some strategy to it, and that is fun. And when you get to be my age, that's all you got. Like StarCraft, League of Legends, I can't play those things. I suck. And again, it's not that I don't get the game and I don't know what to do. I don't do it fast enough, period. And so as you age, you find something else to do. Streamers, same thing. You know, but the ones who have long lives are the ones who are entertaining. And, you know, think about this like as actors. You know, I mean, who's an old actor? Harrison Ford. You know, like, you can keep making money and keep making movies even though you're no longer the dashing young athletic leading man. The exceptions are like the Tom Cruise you know, who does his own stunts, and he's what, pushing 60? He might be 60. I will say the guy is probably the most physically fit 60-year-old on the planet. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor. Happy holidays. I mean this sincerely. If you celebrate, have a really great Christmas. If you don't celebrate that one, then let's try Hanukkah. It's fun. If you don't celebrate that one, Kwanzaa, and my all-time favorite Festivus. So just have a fun holiday, a restful year, and a wonderful 2023. 2022 is not the worst year in living memory. It was actually better than I expected. I think that 2017 was really bad, and then, you know, then it kept getting worse, and then the pandemic came. I thought 22 was actually okay. The world got a little better. It feels better. Let's just be nice to one another in the new year. So Happy New Year. Have a happy holiday. I will see you next time.